We are players in the region. We are players we are in Tanzania, where we've been a long time, in Uganda, in Rwanda. We casting our eyes beyond the region. We work with Zambia, Malawi, where our materials are read. We have started exploring Zimbabwe. If Zimbabwe is going to sober up politically or economically, we shall do business there. But we have gone beyond Anglophone, we got to Francophone. One of our senior people now today is in Cameroon, where we have established links, and that is going to be a stepping stone to West African English-speaking countries. We have agreed or decided to become publishers, the best publishers in Africa. We've made inroads in areas like digital. I know there was a huge resistance in the media about shifting to digital until the bulldozer called Matiang'i came and said it will be done from this time to the next time. And they're reaping benefits, whatever. But let me just narrow down to what we do. We content producers, but without going to a lot of stories, allow me to thank our shareholders who have given us their money. They have trusted us. They've allowed us to continue trading. We are ever grateful. We're not going to let you down. We've probably seen from the press that your share is looking up because the underlying values are very, very important. We'd like to thank our authors who have all the time entrusted us with their materials, intellectual property. Fortunately, some of them are reaping well. If you look at some of the books that are compulsory reading, those authors are benefiting a lot. If you look at an area where we are very strong in Kiswahili, the author or authors of that language are reaping highly. I'd like to take this also moment to thank my colleagues on the board, the directors, who have been very supportive, always guiding, always challenging. And then our staff, our senior staff, big and small, for being persistent, for being quality-minded, and always saying, we shall deliver. We are there, we're going to be there, we shall continue being there.
Supported the implementation of the new curriculum. So far, we've distributed around 2 million books in 22,000 public primary schools. Longhorn is among 2 other publishers who've worked closely with government in ensuring that the new curriculum is indeed a success. And I'm happy that, as the chairman alluded, this curriculum is the way to go. We'll end up having well-rounded students, well-rounded citizens. I pride myself being a leader of a company that is the only publishing house that has interactive digital content for the new curriculum. Most of it will be released within a month or so, but some is already being used on our e-learning platform. That shows you the strides that Longhorn has taken to ensure that we remain the #1 provider of innovative learning solutions in Africa. In addition to that, we've looked at literacy and said we've released around 50 titles. This in a period of around 6 months. These are creative works to ensure that our early learners have the right foundation. I believe you are the only publisher who's taken this journey to ensure that competence.
There has been a kind year for us that we have managed to increase our profit from 183 million to 185 million, despite the turbulent times with the rest of the companies that are listed in our Nairobi Securities Exchange. In the same year, our contribution from the regional market has increased from 41%. Probably someone looking at this would ask, why is this important? We started off, the business started off in Kenya, and as the managing director has presented, we are venturing into other markets and creating content for that market. Content creation takes time, and this is a journey that we've traveled over a period of time. And for us to see the contribution from those markets rising by 41% is a blessing in disguise in two ways, that we are getting our foothold in those markets, but in addition to that, we are also just ensuring the business is not dependent in one market. We are increasing the shock absorbers that the business has, so if anything was to happen in our primary market in Kenya, we would still survive and give return to shareholders. 84% increase in share price from 4.25 in July 2018 to 7.8 as at the close of the year, with a very high share price of 8.5. That's the highest we have had within the year. In short, what we are saying, had you bought this share last year in July and bought shares worth 10 million, today you would be worth 18 million. You would have made 8 million shillings by just sitting back and watching the share price appreciate in the markets. Dividend growth, 23% from 0.42 last year to 0.52 this year. Effectively, what we are saying is you're not only getting capital appreciation, you're not getting passive capital, but you're getting actual returns every year from investing in these shares. Those are the key highlights, but I'll delve down into the numbers and explain the contribution at each level and what has given us these numbers. So from a top line perspective, a bit of a drop, 6%, largely to do with the timing of some of the business that came through. Some of the government businesses still being delivered, and so effectively a bit of time recognition there. But all the same, it was good quality of revenue, because at that level our GP margin came from 54 to 57%. And this has to do with some of the operational efficiencies that we've looked up as a management team to see that we are getting value for money from printing to running logistics and ensuring that the GP margin